Hey guys, Essie here with another speed build video. This is the house of the Parenthood create a sim video I did. So this is Raven, Sterling, Talia, and Patrice's house. There are some things I'm really glad about doing. Of course, when you finish houses, you're like, oh, I wish I could have done that differently. And there are some things that have changed. I think I moved the refrigerator. So nothing too major, but some design aesthetics. I did have a good time building this house. As you can kind of see, I tried to mix and match colors a lot, and I think I'm starting to just do that a lot. I'm trying to stop using solid colors in my builds. I noticed when I did the Not So Berry build, I kind of used the color white and teal a lot, and I mean, it's understandable since that's kind of the Not So Berry challenge and the first legacy is mint, but I want to stray away from using the same items in the builds and sometimes the same color scheme. So with Raven and her family, I wanted to do kind of a subtle bohemian feel. So as you go through this, you'll notice that there's quite a few colors, and I had this idea that they had just bought this house to renovate. So it's kind of a fixer-upper in its own right. You'll notice that there are some things like the wallpaper and the flooring that just do not match. So I kind of had a fun time with this. It was definitely a bigger build than I've done. I think I've done the room build that I had put out for you guys yesterday, and I've done the speed build for the apartment. But this was kind of a little nerve-wracking for me, but I had a good time, seeing as it was the new pack that just came out, the Parenthood pack. And I love the items that came with it, and I've been wanting to use more of the wallpapers that came with it. So you can see that in the bathrooms especially, and the I believe the parents' bedroom and kitchen, I use those quite a bit more. So as you can probably hear in my voice, this morning I woke up and my throat was so scratchy and it was just so painful. So I may have to cut out early on this video, just play some music while you guys watch the speed build in its entirety. And note that this video may be a little long, but as you could probably tell, it's a pretty big project. And I had a good time with it. I think that you guys will too. I love the color of the house. I did this cabin red theme, and I had put the teal door out. I think it matches really well. Goodness gracious. I tried to do what I've been doing and putting the items in first before I do a design with it. Oh, right. So as you can see, I was doing the wallpaper. I tried to do the wallpaper first. It didn't really work out. Like I said, I've been trying to do the whole, or I've said in past videos that I'm trying to do this this design aesthetic where I put in the items first before putting in the wallpaper. But this time I tried to, now that I watch over it, I guess I tried to do the wallpaper first to see what I could come up with. When it came to Patrice and Talia's room, I tried to do this, kind of this, not even really, I guess it's kind of a girly theme. Talia has this softer toned room. It's definitely the lighter pinks, the lighter purples. And when it came to Patrice, I know I told you guys that I'm wanting to do this play with her where she starts off as this grade A student. She's completely, manners are 100%, responsibilities are 100%, and she's a great kid. But I want her to kind of go through this spunky phase where she kind of rejects all of what her parents say and what her sister does, and she becomes this kind of out there child. And so I did this bright purple, bright blue And as you guys probably remember, favorite colors. But I love how it came together. I want her to be kind of into astrology, and I think it turned out well. But as you can see, when it came to the downstairs area, and even the upstairs area, I decided that I would have the bathrooms be the areas that were completely renovated. So those are the areas that are fully renovated to the parents' liking. They're kind of similar. I believe I used the same wallpapers for those, and I think they turned out pretty well. You know, with the Parenthood pack, we got a few different wallpapers, but they're not wallpapers I would usually use. That was a weird rhyming sequence, but I wouldn't usually use wallpapers like that. And I've been getting into this kick where I'm trying to use more custom content on my builds, and it's really hard for me because I'm usually the type of person that uses custom content on my Sims clothing and their style, and I just have a hard time using custom content when it comes to my builds. I don't know why. I really like the items that are already in game, but I have downloaded a few wallpapers, and as you could see with the living room, I did use a custom content wallpaper. It's the wooden area. So that area of the house is not fully renovated. As I think you could kind of tell with how mixy-matchy the wooden and the brick was. And I think that's kind of one of the spunkiest areas of the house, and I absolutely love it. I think there I could have used a darker wood, but to make it seem darker than it was and a little smaller in space. But I don't know, I really loved that area, and I love that the Parenthood pack came with such mixy-matchy build items. Like, not the wallpaper or the, the flooring itself, but the items that came with it that we can use, like the couches or the beds. I love how, the couches aren't the same concept, the love seat and the giant couch itself. So I had a really good time making that space, the way it is. And I don't know about you guys, but I love the dining room. It's very colorful, and orange and yellow and many different colors, and I love that space. It is very me. Especially if you know me and how I dressed in high school or even after high school. I love colors. I love mixing and matching, things that other people wouldn't normally wear. When I was little, I wanted to be a fashion designer, and that's something many of my friends will know, but maybe not you guys necessarily. So maybe I'll do like a silly photo montage of myself later on. But I love mixing and matching colors as much as possible, but I also like making them cohesive and somewhat put together so that it looks like they're meant to be together, but they're also items you wouldn't normally put together. So I don't know. I used to wear like corduroy floral pants, like skinny jeans with some bright green Jordans, and my friend Eric will understand that one. He was one of my best friends in high school, and if he watches this, he'll totally understand what I'm talking about. But we had matching bright green, like almost key lime pie colored Jordans in our senior year of high school, and they were ridiculous, but I loved them so much. Let's see. Yeah, you know what? With this build, I decided to do something different. I've never actually used like the wall ivy before, and I thought that, I've been watching a lot of Lukey's and Deligracy's videos, and I noticed that they had been using the ivy, and I was like, okay, well, I'm trying out different styles, so let's see how it goes. I wanted to try it, so I like how that turned out. I do wish that I had used a different top roof. Like, I think it looks kind of ridiculous now that I look at it, but I had fun with this build, and I think that's all that matters at the end of the day, is that I like it, you guys like it, and we get more ideas flowing for the next video. But as you can see, we're coming up on the second floor, and I had fun with it. I don't know. I think that Beatrice's room is absolutely awesome. Like, I love the bright colors. I love the decals that I used, and I think it's just adorable. Like, I don't know, it's adorable in a different way. This room reminds me of my sister. Like, I think if she had a choice in what she could, like, really put together in her area, and she probably has already, but I haven't seen her in a while, so I don't know. But I feel like this would be something that she would have put together in, like, middle school. Like, she would have loved this room. Like, we both love the color purple, so, and blue, so I think she would love this room. She's probably gonna watch this and be like, why are you talking about me? And I can't believe she's going into high school. What is wrong with the world? Look, I don't want my siblings to grow up. I think some of you can at least, you know, agree they are adorable when they're babies. And my siblings had the chubbiest cheeks. I mean, I think I did too, but you never look at your... I mean, maybe some of you do. Maybe a little conceited. I don't know. But, oh my god, I look at pictures of my brother and my sister, and maybe I'll put that in the photo montage at some point. Like, maybe, like, 20 videos in, but they were the cutest babies. I think we all think our family's the cutest babies, but... Oh, so this room. I decided that the parents, Raven and Sterling, would want to be super fun parents. They want to love their children. They don't want to really do hard discipline or firm discipline, which I think I mentioned in the cast video. But I decided that they would be the type of parents to create this room for their daughters where they can play in, get creative, and eventually when they grow up a little bit more, I would like to create that into their little space where they can do homework and stuff. Beat, she usually uses her desk in her room, but I feel like she would try, even though I feel like she might be a little bit of a loner as she gets older, I feel like, at least in the beginning, she would use the desk that's in her play area with her sister. So I think that space turned out well, at least for the beginning, while they're both children and a toddler. And as you can see, I did something kind of different than any other space. In the kitchen, I did use some of these items, but I decided that the parents' room wouldn't be completely renovated. There would be some spots that they couldn't afford to fix yet. And I put the wall things that that came with the vampire pack, the little holes in the wall, and where you can see the paneling before the wallpaper. So I decided to do that, and I created this little office space for Raven because she's a social media personality. So I decided, what better way than to have a computer and a desk? There's no way she could do her job without one. So I created this little space in the hallway. I wanted to put a bookcase somewhere and a computer. So I felt that the upstairs, almost hallway area was the perfect place. It had these little nooks and crannies that made it just amazing. And as you probably saw, I had a Jack and Jill bathroom for the daughters. I felt that them sharing a space, not only did it make them interact more, but it was good for them, especially as, you know, youngsters. I think it's great. I would love to have one if I have kids one day, but that's just for them. I feel like once I got older, I would want to get rid of that and just, like, make it into 2 bathrooms. Who knows? I've been watching Fixer Upper way too much lately, but I can't believe it. Oh my goodness, we're already getting to almost the end of the video. I decided to work on the hallway a little bit. And I put Beat's school project, her astrology school project out, because it gives you a little bit more of an idea of who she is as a person and who she would like to be as she grows up. I was originally thinking of having her be, like, you know, a doctor or a scientist, but the more I think about it, the more I want her to be an astronaut when she grows up. So I guess we'll see how it goes. But I don't know. I'm having a lot of fun with this family. As I told you in the last video, her and her sister have already grown up a bit. She's not quite a teenager yet, but she's almost there. I think she's about 7 days behind. But her little sister, Talia, she just turned into a child. So I wish I had put pictures of it because I took a few screenshots. And when she first turned into a child, she was so angry. I don't know why. Like, she was perfectly fine. She had a great birthday. Okay, maybe she had a crappy birthday. You know, the stove kind of caught on fire. Normal stuff. But apparently she was angry when that happened. And when she turned into a child, she was mean mugging everybody. And if you know that phrase, you know what that looks like. I decided to turn this little area, you know, as you can see, the wallpaper is dark and wooden paneling. So as I told you guys, some of the areas of the house are not finished yet. And goodness gracious, I love the flooring in this room that I put in almost every room. But I decided with the kitchen, I would definitely make that a space that wasn't fully renovated yet. And as you can see with that and the living room, those spaces are almost untouched. Like, there are some things if they decide to renovate. I mean, like I said, I have some ideas of this family and where they're gonna go. I'm actually thinking that we're gonna have some trouble, but you know what? I can't believe I made it through this video. I told you guys we might have to cut out, but we're actually almost done, and I'm impressed. But I hope you guys have a great day. Like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys on Friday. Bye!